It's sponsored by Shield Silicon Paint from Azar Group, Syntex Pipes and Time Herbal Mixture. Now, businesses are turning down mobile money payments from consumers as cases of Momo fraud continue to rise across the country. Speaking to Joy Business, some business owners say growing concerns over fraud coupled with mobile money charges are discouraging them from accepting Momo payments, raising questions about trust, cost, and the future of digital transactions in Ghana. There's more in this report coming up.
As mobile money remains the backbone of daily transaction for millions of Ghanaian businesses and customers, rising fraud cases are forcing some businesses to turn to cash. This is raising some questions about safety, trust, and the future of digital payments. Today, we examine Momo fraud, why some businesses are refusing to take mobile money as payments from customers. For some businesses, this is not a matter of convenience, but a matter of protection for their businesses.
Some businesses don't accept Momo transactions because someone might, or a customer might send money to your number, and then at the end of the day, they'll call an agent or a customer service to make a reversal for them. Someone came to purchase food, he came to buy food. So the person sent money, that was 30 cedis for the food. And the person left. The person made a complaint to MTN about wrong transaction. The person made the complaint. They sent me a message. They said, yellow valid customer. The transfer of amount of 31 cedis from so and so number has been reheld and is pending reversal within 15 days. Thank you. They didn't call me, I didn't receive a call from them, but that was just the message I got from them. So the transaction, whether it happened or didn't happen, I have no idea about it.
I don't take mobile money because some don't add the charges, or because my 10 cedis. Why should I add 1 cedi to be 11 cedis? No. Once I'm paying 10 cedi, I'm paying 10 cedi. So I can't take 10 cedis. And when you go and withdraw to charges, they will deduct charges, which means your 10 cedi is going to reduce to 9 cedi, meaning you've lost. So I don't take Momo.
Some people, they do fraud as some too don't add charges to their money, so it's really difficult for us to take Momo.
While businesses are trying to protect themselves, customers say this decision comes at a cost. They claim being unable to make payments with mobile money whilst purchasing creates inconvenience, and sometimes they have to walk away from purchase.
It's very, very bad because today in this 21st century, you don't have Momo. How are you going to work? I think you have to have this Momo account so that at least when we come to buy things, we can be able to pay with Momo.
Carrying money along you is quite stressful because we're in the 21st century, so we need to be digital. So anytime I go out and I buy something and the person says I didn't take Momo, I don't feel comfortable.
I believe Momo transaction is efficient, it's convenient, and literally it makes everything easier, faster.
To address these concerns, mobile network operators have assured customers that measures are being put in place to strengthen the combat against fraud.
We've been running mobile money for the past 16 years, okay? And today, the assurance that the businesses will have is the fact that your money is safe on your wallet. Since we launched the service, nobody, no single business or individual has come to us and say, I have money on my wallet, the money just vanished. It has never happened before because your PIN is your secret. The system is safe, foolproof. That is the assurance that we can give to each and every individual that no matter what you do, we can assure you that your money cannot move without you disclosing your PIN or you moving money out of your wallet yourself to somebody. Because there are several schemes that people try to find ways to get to people. And that's why we keep on educating our customers to say, look, we are protecting you, we are safeguarding your money. So you also have to safeguard it by also protecting your PIN. Okay, that is the assurance that we can give them, in fact, that You cannot sit down, money in your wallet, and money has moved out of your wallet. It is not possible. Money cannot move out of your wallet without you either disclosing your PIN to somebody or you willingly transferring the money because somebody has said something to you and then you send money. Okay. When people call you and say they've sent you money, the easiest way is to let them to call the service provider. I mean, you cannot do anything. They should send a service provider. Service provider will investigate and then do the needful.
He further outlined some measures businesses and customers can take to avoid becoming victims of mobile money fraud.
Please adhere to the 3 golden rules that we keep on telling you. 1, do not disclose your PIN. It's your secret. Even to your wife or to your husband, do not disclose your PIN. Because once you disclose your PIN, then you compromise your wallet. Never allow anybody to do transactions on your behalf. Because once you allow somebody to do transactions on your behalf, then you are disclosing your PIN. And the third thing is never discuss any wallet transaction that involves your PIN or your wallet with anybody. If MTN or mobile money will call you, there's a number that we call 0244 300,000. That's the only number that we use to call. Any number that call that is not 0244 300,000, please do not discuss your wallet with them. Report those numbers and we'll take actions on those numbers. Thank you very much.
For businesses, the trust for mobile money transaction has reduced, and until this trust is fully restored, the question remains, will mobile money remain Ghana's preferred transaction mode, or will fraud push businesses back to cash? For Joy Business, Sarah Isnam Etiemo reports.
And on to climate, the dry wind sweeps across the wide plains of Ghana's Savannah region, carrying with it the dust of a land growing weaker each year. Once green farmlands now crack under the sun's heat, while rivers and streams dry up long before the next rainy season arrives. Here, the changing climate is forcing people into desperate choices and turning neighbors into rivals. Across the region, rising temperatures, erratic rainfall, and the gradual southward march of the Sahara are systematically destroying farmlands, the water sources. Now, the result is growing tensions between local farmers and migrant headmen, each struggling to survive on shrinking lands. What was once a peaceful coexistence is now a battle for survival. Now, every acre of land is precious. So, when large herds of cattle arrive, trampling crops in search of pasture and water, the result is anger and catastrophic loss.
For the herdsmen, migration is no choice. It is survival. Their cattle are their livelihood and their culture. As pastures in the Sahel dry up, many are forced to migrate south into Ghana, driving conflict. The General Secretary of Fulbe in Ghana, Yakubu Musa Bari, argues that the herders are victims of circumstance.
It's because of the climate change. You know, if the climate change, even if the herdsman did not move the animals themselves will move. I get to look for a pasture and look for water to take. So this is the difficulties we are facing. So the best thing is that the government have to find ways of finding a proper grazing lands separate from the farming areas.
But when herds enter farmlands, farmers see it as an invasion, an attack on their sweat and their survival. These encounters lead to heated confrontations, destruction of property, and sometimes the tragic loss of life.
The year 2020, the Fulani man has to quadrille my uncle in the farm, in his grandma's farm, and he became paralyzed and died after 3 years. You see what the Fulani herdsmen are doing to us. I think it's not so good for us in Savannah region.
On the other side, Musa Jallo, a migrant herdsman from Mali, speaks of his desperate journey. For Jallo, the open land is meant for all. His way of life is a tradition passed down through generations. He says he feels misunderstood and unfairly blamed, even though he is only trying to keep his animals and his family alive. During the dry season, when rivers dry up and food is scarce, tensions peak, starving and thirsty cattle stray into farms, and farmers fight back. To stop the cycle of misunderstanding, the Savannah Regional Peace Council, led by a Catholic priest, created a mixed mediation community-level dialogue platform.
The general complaint has always been that of, violence between the two groups, based on the fact that cattle go to the farms to destroy their produce, that mostly herders took their cattle to the farms in the night, so midnight or night grazing. Galvanize the, proposal for dialogue, engagement, and also the formation of the mixed mediation committees.
His efforts later yielded something positive at Makuma, Malue, Madari, and Tinga communities, where community members were able to pay back 94,000 Ghana cedis to the farmers as compensation. While crucial, dialogue alone cannot fix a problem rooted in land scarcity and climate change. The intervention must be structural. The only consensus-driven, long-term solution to end open grazing and prevent further bloodshed is the establishment of controlled, modern livestock ranching facilities. The Savannah Regional Minister Salisu Awuribe strongly supports the model.
Private investor can come, be able to provide that facility, of course for a fee, for the number of cattle that will be under his or her control. And this can be another way, because when you provide it, you must provide water. The animals, apart from grazing, must have water to feed. Some wells may be dug or some dams may be constructed. And all this is something that we can think through to be able to have a better way of harnessing the animals. There are countries whereby indeed their flock is more than us, and they are getting the highest and best use of their land and flock, but they don't have this type of conflict.
Some experts in the sector agree that a robust public-private partnership model is the key to ensuring the sustainability and success of these new ranches.
There was a time that government decided to bring the policy of creating pastures and paddocks so that at some point all animals will be diverted to those pasture lands and paddocks. This project or this policy has been in the pipeline for so long, but it looks like it has not been implemented. And I would wish that if we can take up this project once again or revive it, it will help us a lot, because we are experiencing a huge number of animals in our, especially in Savannah region.
Without investment in a sustainable future, peace will not come through violence or eviction. It will require dialogue, planning, and immediate investment in climate adaptation infrastructure. There's an urgent need to establish PPP frameworks and solicit bids and investment for modern, commercial ranching facilities in designated areas where infrastructure investment is needed. In clear grazing corridors, drought-resistant crops and efficient irrigation systems for farmers is the way to go. Both farmers and herders are victims of the same climate crisis. But with the ranching platform, it will pave the way for peace of mind for the farmer and assured pasture for the herder. As one elder put it during a community meeting, when the land fights back, no one wins. Isaac Nonye's report for Joy News. This story is brought to you by Joy News in partnership with CDKN Ghana, University of Ghana Center for Climate Change and Sustainability Studies, with funding from Claire R41 Opportunities Fund.
And that's how we wrap up the show today. I am Emefa Akosiaditi. Thank you so much for making time with us. But please stay for News Desk with Mami Esinyamiche Thompson.
Thank you.